Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Northern Soul Reaper and I hope that everyone is staying safe, staying indoors, watching lots of anime, reading lots of manga. Now, if you're new to the channel and you like anime, manga and light novels and everything in between, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's the best way to get the videos as and when they come out. And to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll leave my tags in the description below or they pop up on screen from time to time. So today I'm going to be reviewing volume 2 of So I'm a Spider, So What. Now this video is going to contain some light spoilers for volume 1, but I'm going to keep those as light as possible, and for volume 2 I'm not going to go into any spoilers where I can help it. Now let's get on with the video. So I'm a Spider, So What Volume 2 picks up where Volume 1 ended. Our favourite little Taratect has just finished beating the Anogratches and Bagregratches, or she likes to call them those monkey monsters. She now finds the entrance to the middle stratum of the Great Elro dungeon stretching out before her. It's been a long journey for our little spider. She went from being born in the upper stratum and finding her way, finding her 8 legs. She fell into the lower stratum, which was monster infested, and she had to fend off attacks from creatures way beyond her level. And now she is ready to enter the middle stratum on her quest to get to the upper stratum, with the eventual goal being to leave the dungeon altogether. There's just one problem. The middle stratum is absolutely swarming with lava, magma and fire monsters. Now, what is the ultimate weakness for our spider? Yeah, you guessed it. This volume of So I'm a Spider, So What very much follows the formula that was laid out in volume 1. We get a series of chapters that are from the perspective of our spider protagonist as she moves through the dungeon, killing monsters and levelling up. I found that while reading this story, her confusion and bewilderment at the world serves as a really good comparison and touch point to our perspective as the reader. As she moves through the dungeon, we learn things about the inhabitants, the world, and the rules, the skills of this world as she does. Doling out this information is something that I feel like the book does really well. It would be so easy to fall into a routine of having the spider go into an area, beating up some big monsters, moving on to a different area, beating up some more monsters without any development for the character or for the world. But the inner thoughts of the spider as she moves along and levels up and evolves is something that helps set a really great pace for the chapters. There wasn't really a time when I was reading this that I felt bored during these chapters. The new information about the spider's skills and evolutions is given at just the right time, just the right moments to keep things moving and to keep it fresh. And there are times when a chapter ends on such a cliffhanger that I absolutely had to keep reading. Just like with volume 1, I found that I absolutely couldn't put this book down. Part of what makes this such an interesting and enjoyable read is the pacing of the story. Just like with volume 1, we get chapters that are from the perspective of characters outside of the Great Elro dungeon. In this case it's Shun, Sue, Katya and Julius the hero specifically. And it's through these chapters that we get more information about the overarching story of the series. What I really liked about these chapters is that they're sprinkled throughout the book and arrive at a time just when you think that you might need a little bit of a break from the spider's story. And they do a lot of character development and world building in just a few short pages. They never overstay their welcome, yet the information that they give to the reader is invaluable going through the story. And I think that that's what makes this series great. It's a combination of a really likeable and hilarious main character going through the Great Elro dungeon, our spider protagonist. Her story is really great to read, but you also have these side stories of the other protagonists that help to balance out the pacing a little bit and to help keep the spider chapters fresh so that you don't get bored reading them. Now, I'm not going to go into spoilers for this volume, but what I will say is that I really enjoyed following the characters and seeing where their individual journeys took them. There's certain characters in this volume where they go on their story, it kind of reminds me a little bit of all things Harry Potter and perhaps even the new Fire Emblem. Hopefully you'll understand what I mean when you get to those particular chapters. There's some genuinely shocking moments during this volume that I did not see coming, and there's a couple of other things that I feel like they were telegraphed through the book and it felt like you were maybe meant to put it together, but it's also a joy to watch to see the characters realise these things as well. So to summarise, I really enjoyed Volume 2 of So I'm a Spider, So What. I think I actually enjoyed it more than Volume 1. Now, I'm quite new to light novels, having only really started reading them a couple of months ago, but of all the different series that I've tried out a couple of different Volume 1s from different series. This one is definitely high up on the list, definitely one of my favourite that I've tried out. There are a lot of isekai series, a lot of reincarnation stories within light novels, but I feel like So I'm a Spider, So What does enough to make it stand out from the crowd in a big way. This is a great story. If you've read Volume 1 of So I'm a Spider, So What and you enjoyed it, I can only recommend that you pick up Volume 2. If you've yet to dive into this series, you can check out my review of Volume 1. It's on YouTube now. I'll leave a card for it up there. Or there's an anime adaptation coming, and there's also an ongoing manga adaptation of the series if that's more your thing. Whichever way you experience this world, I would definitely recommend giving it a go. What I will say is I have not obviously seen the anime because it's not out yet, and I haven't had a chance to read the manga yet, but I have heard that there are things that are cut out of the manga from the light novel, and a lot of people online, the consensus is that the light novel is a better adaptation of it, so just bear that in mind going in. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter and Instagram, let me know what you thought. Leave a comment below, let me know if you've read this volume, what you think of it, what you think of the series so far. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Northern Soul Reaper, and until next time, goodbye.